In the film Pursuit of Happiness, when Chris Gardner went in for an interview for the post of an intern, he was asked a weird question. I'm sure you'd remember. He was asked, what would you say if a guy came in without his shirt on and I hired him? What would you say? After a bit of thought, he replied, well, he must be having on some really nice pants. Everyone bursted into laughter, and the result? He was on board. Well, does that even remotely mean that humor makes you better at selling yourself? Or being funny makes you more persuasive? Well, I'm going to explore exactly that in this video. And for that, allow me to introduce you to Drop Stop. Simple device does the simple stuff, but let's explore how the founders brought in a lot of humor with their pitch. So much so that the investors were not just smiling, but they were into pieces with laughter. We'll explore one human element at a time. They started off with creative misdirection, taking people to a place where they did not expect to be going. And they started off by asking, sharks, have you dropped anything in the gap between the seat and the central console of your car? And then they went on to use just the right metaphors. For example, they said, you know what I'm talking about. The black hole, the dark abyss, the pit of doom, or what we like to call the Bermuda Triangle. Oh, that's witty. Mr. Wonderful is all ears now. They then used the power of exaggeration by saying the place that eats up your cell phone, your keys, your loose change, your parking ticket, your credit card, and all sorts of food items like the French fries. And then they use the ultimate weapon of humor, which is not telling a joke, but telling people everyday things that they can relate to, which are really funny and drive the point home really well. They said, who hasn't struggled, gotten on their hands and knees, butt up in the air, trying to retrieve what just fell down there? Well, today, all your crack problems are over. Car seat crack, that is. Presenting the Drop Stop. After about 10 minutes of due diligence, Mr. Wonderful, Kevin O'Leary and Laurie Grenier are on board. And then the QVC queen sells herself slightly better and cracks the deal. The rest, my friends, is history. Are you trying to tell me that if I can be funny tomorrow, I can crack that deal? Oh man, amazing piece of insight. The board is going to see the hilarious side of me tomorrow. Just watch out. Now for a bit, I'd like you to imagine something. What if the founders had not used the power of metaphors or imagination or exaggeration in their pitch? It would have been plain dull and boring. So it's this device which basically fits between the central console and the seat of your car so that you don't drop stuff over there. Well, no, I think people keep dropping stuff like loose change and parking tickets and all, so it just prevents that from falling over there. Yeah, it works really well. It's just a simple device, you see. Yawn, yawn. That's the door. Thank you. Here's the less known secret about humor. It starts the conversation, it keeps people engaged, and it gets them to look into your eye. Most importantly, you do not come across as salesy or pushy. Rather, you come across as a person of wit who knows her stuff and is comfortable with it. A laughing audience is any day a more engaged audience, and an engaged audience is far easier to persuade than a serious audience. So with this short video, I definitely want to say start exploiting the element of humor and start deploying it as a tactic to win more hearts and win more deals.